Hi there, this is Ruben from Dutch Round 1. Thanks again for coming by, thanks for watching another episode. As always, I appreciate your time and I appreciate your support. Today I've got a bit of vocabulary for you, so some useful verbs in Dutch. But before we do that, remember to give it a like if you like this content, subscribe to the channel if you want more, and let me know in the comments if this was useful for you or not. But without much further ado, let's go straight for our useful verbs. Alright, so how are we going to do this vocabulary lesson? Well, basically you will see a verb, in this case it's praten. All of these verbs basically help convey a message in Dutch, alright? So what I will do is I will translate it in English. We'll see an example in Dutch. I will translate that example also, and then I'll give a little bit more explanation regarding the verb itself. So we start off with praten, and praten means to talk, to have a conversation. It's quite informal. Now that's important to know because for the following verbs, I will say these ones are formal, these ones are informal. So that's actually already a difference between praten and the other verbs which will follow. Alright, so that's important to know. So basically praten, to talk, to have a conversation. So basically when we take a look at the example, ze praten al uren over koetjes en kalfjes. Alright, so they've been talking for hours about chit-chat or small talk. Koetjes en kalfjes, you can translate it as small talk or chit-chat in English, alright? And then praten is basically to have an informal conversation, with somebody you know. So this is praten, to talk, so to convey a message, but in an informal way. We go to the next one, and the next one is babbelen. Babbelen is even more informal. Babbelen is basically, imagine you go, it's a sunny afternoon, you call up a friend, you say, okay, let's go outside, let's sit outside of a bar or a restaurant and let's have a drink and let's chat about random things. So that is babbelen, alright? Babbelen can be a synonym for praten, but it cannot be a synonym for the next verb we are going to see, and that will be spreken. Alright? Babbelen and praten, they can be the same. Know that babbelen is even more informal. Alright, so the example is, ze waren gezellig aan het praten. They were chatting along cozily. Alright, so that would be the translation of ze waren gezellig aan het praten. Right? We continue with spreken. Now spreken is not to talk, not to chat, but spreken is to speak, alright? And it's a formal tone, and it's more focused on actually conveying the message, alright? On the content of the message. I'll give you a few examples and we'll make it clearer that way. Alright? We spreken morgen over deze uitdaging. We will speak tomorrow about this challenge, alright? So this implies that basically tomorrow, most likely it will be a meeting where you will speak and basically try and find a solution for this challenge. So the speaking part is really focused on the content of the message which is going to be conveyed. Or, for instance, if you speak a language, that's a fixed expression. You can say, ik spreek Nederlands, I speak Dutch. You can say, ik spreek Frans, I speak French. Ik spreek Engels, I speak English. Alright, so that's a fixed group of words right there. So now we continue with zeggen. Zeggen is basically to say. It's a neutral tone. So basically you state something, you say something, that would be zeggen. Let's take a look at the examples. Now, dat kan je wel zeggen. You can say this, alright. Zeggen, to say, pretty neutral, pretty straightforward. And the next one is, ik zeg niets meer. Freely translated, I won't say anything anymore. So again, I won't state, I won't say anything anymore. So it's a neutral tone. Zeggen, pretty straightforward. We continue with bespreken. Bespreken is actually to discuss. Most of the time when you will use the verb bespreken, it will be in a meeting or in some kind of gathering where you will discuss a topic, right? So, if you look at the example, we zullen dit morgen in de vergadering bespreken. We zullen dit morgen in de vergadering bespreken means we will discuss this tomorrow in the meeting. Again, you can see spreken, it's a little bit more formal. Again, the message which is going to be conveyed is quite important. Alright? We go to the last one, and the last one is basically vertellen. Vertellen is to tell, mostly relating to a story or an event. Alright? So let's take a look at the examples. Ik zal je vertellen wat er gisteren gebeurd is. I will tell you what happened yesterday. Alright? So you're going to tell a story. You're going to tell a story about the events of yesterday. Alright? We'll take a look at the next one. Het is een geheim. Ik kan dit niet vertellen. It is a secret. I cannot tell this. Or I cannot tell that. Alright? So basically, there is a story, but because it's secret, you cannot tell that story. Alright? So these were the verbs we've taken a look at. And that's basically zeggen, praten, spreken, bespreken, vertellen, and babbelen. Now, I hope this was useful for you. I want to thank you again for watching. Remember to give the like if you like this content. Subscribe to the channel if you want more. And let me know in the comments if this was useful for you or not. If you want to help out the channel, go to the description box, click on the Buy Me a Coffee link, and I will greatly appreciate it. I want to thank you again for watching. I wish you a great rest of the day, and stay tuned for another episode of Dutch Round 1. Ciao!